Hello, hello, hello. Back on the stream, looks like. So, I'm gonna do some more work on BB-5M. I did a stream a couple of days back, mostly just going over some of the stuff I did the last time and doing a little bit of detail work. Let's see here. Switch over to Fusion. Made some tweaks to my streaming setup. You know, the scenes in OBS. But here we go. That's interesting. Weird. Let me check something. Ah, well, that's peculiar. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Streamlabs. All right, anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let me get this back in position here. All right, so here's the dome. I haven't done anything since the last stream. I've just been busy with the holiday and stuff like that. And Stranger Things 3. So, all right, you may notice that there's a little box right here. Here, let me get the model out of the way. There's a little box right here. That's just the chat background for the chat, so you can see it better. All right. Anyway, model. So I added these little panels. I'm going to have to add some more around the circumference of this circle. Zoom around there. I've got still to, well, let me turn the construction planes off here. All right, I still got these panels here to do some sort of details on, and probably something to break up this giant space here, and then just a bunch of little circles and stuff. So that's a start. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish this right now because, as you may know if you follow the build thread for this project, I have had some problems with the electronics. Let's get the electronics assembly in here. Come on. Okay, and this one. Thank you. Turn that off so I can see what's going on. All right. Why is that not positioned correctly? That's weird. Why are you not positioned correctly, Nano? Something apparently got messed up with that particular little sub project. I'll just turn it off. Nope. That off. Go. All right. Let's look inside the dome here. Want dome bottom. Now it says turn on. Okay. Now, the problem that I had electronically is that this is a power bank. This is the mount for my amplifier board, which is a PAM 8410, I believe. Which is a 10 watt per channel amplifier, audio amplifier. And that thing runs on 7.5 volts to 15 volts. And this power bank only outputs 5 volts. So I had to use a boost converter to jump up from 5 to 7.5 or 9 volts in my case is what I was using. But problem is you trade voltage for current, or current for voltage in this case. So by boosting up from 5 volts to 9, and actually there's a boost converter in the power bank which goes from the 3.0 to 4.2 volts of the battery to the 5 volt output, and then additionally from 5 volt output to 9 volt output, I was drawing a lot more current than this little battery management board can actually supply, like twice as much current. So the battery pretty much immediately shut down, protection circuit I assume kicked in, and it acted like it was completely dead. So I've had to rethink these electronics And as a result, I was working on actually, let's leave that on and turn on the dome top part. I don't need the antenna on, but that's okay. I was debating putting my transducer. I was starting a model of the transducer against the top of the dome. That's not the best position for the thing. Oh, I should probably do this since I'm here. While I'm thinking about it. And the stream is live. All right. Anyway, I was working on doing that. It's not the best position because these things weigh a fair amount, and up high, that means that there's a lot of momentum caused by this thing moving, which is it'll tend to sling it off when the dome moves forward or back or to the side, because the weight will want to continue carrying. So ideally, you need to put the weight all on the bottom, and that's why all my electronics are down low, or as low as I can really get them. Especially the battery is pretty low. So I need a place to mount that transducer, and it needs to be a fairly flat, solid area attached to the body of the dome, or maybe a pocket of some sort, like a resonating chamber. I'm gonna move this out of the way because it's gonna drive me nuts. All right. So the problem is, since I had that the voltage issue, I've had to switch to a different amplifier, which I haven't got in yet, so I can't design a mount for it. That's no big deal because I can just take a new one to stick here. I may not be able to drive my existing transformer, the DAEX25FHE, which is a Dayton Electronics audio amplifier. May not be able to drive that with the new amp that I'm putting in. So that is a problem, because if I can't use this transducer, then I can't really design a place for it to mount. So I'm not going to be able to quite finish the dome until I get that sorted out and figure out whether I can actually use that transducer. So that's part of what's going on here. All right, but aside from that, I need a list of things. I'm going to start a little notepad here. Get it out of the way of what I need to accomplish. Actually, let me turn off this analysis. Section analysis. Okay. So number one, we need to continue detailing the, hopefully the clicky keyboard is not too loud. Continue detailing the neck. That's this gray part right here. To detail the three rear panels. Okay. Three rear panels are these three right here. Okay, let's get that back in position here. 3, break up the right side. Right side of dome. 4. What else do I need to do here? Need another antenna on the back somewhere. Another antenna. 5. All right, there is a slight issue with this is not helpful at all. Is there a way to flip these things? I thought there was, but I can't remember how to do it. It. I mean, I could do this and go 180 on here, but that doesn't. Oh, that does help. All right, go that way. All right, fine. That didn't help at all. It's because I just put it back where it was. You saw that's how it was displaying. It was on the other side. All right, now the comm panel here on the side. These are supposed to be lights, although I'm not sure if I'll keep them as lights. I don't know yet. But the problem here is that that's a fairly large solid mass on the side. I say solid mass. It could be a infill, you know, deal. I gotta merge it with the dome at some point. But more importantly, this really should be hollow and stuck on the outside to reduce weight on the dome, because weight is probably going to be an issue with all these electronics. So that's a problem. So let's put that down as hollow comm panel. I'm pretty sure that's going to take a lot of work, so I'm probably not going to get to it unless I just keep going for ages and ages. Let's see. I'll pour myself a drink. This isn't an ASMR stream, I'm just thirsty. Quiet that down a little bit. All the electronics in here, weight may be an issue. In fact, just the base without the turn all this stuff off. Oh, panels, cap, this thing, that thing, that thing, and this thing, and this thing, and that thing, all that stuff. Bonk, bonk. All right, just this stuff right here already weighs as much as the stock dome does. That's including the magnets and the wheels that aren't on here, cables for the charging, the MP3 board, the Nano, which is currently off in space somewhere, wires, and all that good stuff. So currently that's slightly heavier than the original dome is, because I do have my stock BB-8 Hero Droid to compare it to. So I think that is, I don't remember the details. I'd have to go look at my build thread to find out what I weighed the original dome at. I believe the new one is at 380 or you know, 0.38 kilograms. But I'm not sure how much weight I can get away with on this thing. We'll see. All right, let me turn back on the cap, the panels, the neck, smile, the face, upper hollow emitter projector thing. I can turn off the electronics, MP3 board mount. I'll turn the eyes back on. All right. So getting some weight in there. One thing I want to do is remodel upper hollow. I like this. Also reposition it if I can, and reposition upper hollow. These aren't meant to be orange, by the way. I just did that so I could tell whether all the faces were selected or not. And look at this. This is a mess. Doing here. Hollow projector? Probably no, I was doing this stuff. Okay. Look at all that stuff. It's a mess. Okay. So, all right. Another thing I need to do is 7 redesign logic interface. And by logic interface, I mean the interface between the fiber optics. These panels right here, these are the logics. There's also the one on the rear. You can see they have little holes in them, and you would be able to see that if I turned it back on. This one on, and turn that on. All right, these are for optical fibers, and the optical fibers run to a set of LEDs, like RGB LEDs, that just basically change color. So I'm debating how I want to do this. I've got what is this? This is 16. All right, and this is 15. So I have one board that is 2x2, so 4 LEDs, and I have another board that is 4x4. With the power requirements of my amplifier, I'm not sure how many LEDs I can get away with. Thinking for safety, because each RGB LED, each color on each RGB LED is 20 milliamps power at full brightness, and there's 3 per LED, so that's 60 per LED. So times 4. Well, I have 2 boards that are 2x2 and 2 boards that are 4x4 that are on order. They haven't arrived yet. But the 2x2 boards would run at 240 milliamps each if they were running full white and full power on each LED. That's all 3 channels doing 20 milliamps on 4 LEDs. So anyway, 240 milliamps. So I was originally going to do both of the 2x2 boards, one for the front and one for the rear. I may just combine them and do only one. I don't need to go full brightness because that's really, really bright, probably. Depends on how well the optical fibers transmit the LED light. I've got the optical fibers. I just don't have the LEDs to run them yet. So I need to design the interface between the fibers and the LED board. It doesn't have to be particularly complicated. It just needs holes for the LEDs. I've got a prototype already. Let's see here. Parts. Take out my parts. Here it is. Now this was the original design. However, I'm thinking there's 2 parts to it. They're just kind of in a weird position right now for printing purposes. But there's the intersection. Here's the board. Kind of modeled a rough version of the board. Let me turn this thing off. All right, so the 2x2 board looks like this, roughly. You can get these on AliExpress for, I don't know, a couple of dollars. Like, I don't know. Actually, I think it might be less than $1. So I've got 2 of those on order. I was originally going to run both of them, one for the front, one for the back. But I think I might just run everything off of 4 LEDs. I don't have a huge number of fibers to run. So, all right, the idea is there's 15 here, there's 16 in the back. The ones in the back run, I think these are, oh look, radius is So these are intended for 1mm core fibers right here, and the ones in the front are intended for 2mm core. So there you go. Yeah, they're slightly bigger for tolerance purposes. But anyway, the upshot is that I was going to run 4 of these off of 1 LED. Now that I think about it, I don't think I can fit both the front and the rear on the same LED board, because that'll be trying to cram 8 fibers onto each. Wait, there's four LEDs, and there are 16. So yeah, there'll be 4. There's 4 on each, just for one logic panel, and there would be 8 on each if I did both logic panels from the same board. I don't think I can combine those, but anyway, the upshot is that I have here this little interface board right here, and what these do is just simply hold the fibers in place. This is meant for the 1mm. Let me close this panel. All right, these are meant for the 1mm core. I probably should size these up actually, because they're too small. And then this one was meant for the jacket around them. They are jacketed optical fibers. So they basically just hold the fiber in place and kind of tilt it. Like this one, you can see, isn't lined up with the hole, and this one is. The 4 here are lined up with the hole, and then these here are not, because they are pointing at an angle. Let's see if I can get an analysis. I can get an analysis that's at a better place. Edit. Move this. All right. Well, in any case, these fibers are thicker. My original design was meant to do that. These fibers are thicker than, the jacket is thicker than the fiber, and the jacket part here needs room between the holes in order to print successfully. So I can't put them as close as these holes, but also it kind of forces the fiber to be slightly tilted and therefore pointing more at the LED. In my redesign, I think I'm just going to go like do some path extrude the parts to cut these holes. Also, I don't really think it's necessary to hold, to actually have the core separate from the jacket on this part. I can just hold the whole thing and it'll be one thing, but I'm going to make it a deeper hole. A deeper hole, but also a wider hole. So anyway, that's on my list. Redesign logic fiber interface. Is I'm going to have 2, one for the 1mm, one for the 2mm, simply because the holes are different sizes. But anyway, the thing I was going to say was that I don't think I need this inner part here, because turn the analysis off, turn the board off. You can see how it works there. I just need something like this part with a taller set of walls. And the board can just sit inside that instead. That's what I think. Who knows? Not me. Kind of making this up as I go along. All right, let's see. All right, what else is on the list? Another antenna, break up the right side of the dome. I did that. Put that on the list. By repositioning the upper hull, I mean move it to like more forward in this panel. That should be a thing. I don't need to break up this side because that is where this giant thing here goes. Okay. What else do I need to do? Okay, there is something I need to do on the inside. analysis. All right, this you can see. I have a similar situation with the fibers panels themselves. There is a, like a, not the frame. There's a, well, on the front one anyway, I do edit this thing and flip it back over. Boom, boom. All right. On the front panel here. Boop, 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 boop. Zoom in. Look at this part. Whoa. Not that closely. Thank you. All right. The way that this works is that there is a front piece shown here on the outside of the dome, this thing. And then there is a back piece on here. The back piece mates to the inside of the dome, keeps the panel from going all the way through, and also has keys. So it has, I could stop selecting everything. That would be nice. All right, the front panel has these little key post things on it, basically to keep the holes lined up. The back panel has holes that fit those keys, and also it mates to the inside of the dome. So that will let it, you know, keep it in place kind of, but I really need a less permanent attachment system because I don't want to glue this on. I might have to remove it for some reason. But yeah, I don't want to do that. If you're wondering what the dummy panel here is, it's just block with a LED material. So when I do a render of this thing, it shows up illuminated. That's all that does. Fun. All right, so anyway, I think I need some sort of screw hole or like a ledge or something for this to sit on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could glue this in place, but I'm inclined not to. I don't like to glue things together permanently unless they are, you know, meant to stay together forever. Okay. Just been nattering for a while. What else do I need to do? Get the dome over here. Have a look. Continue detailing the neck. Detail the 3 rear panels. Break up the right side of the dome. Another antenna. Probably say add another antenna. Oh, the comm panel. Remodel and reposition upper hollow. Redesign fiber. Okay. Something else I need to do in here is eventually, and by eventually I mean soon, I need to do some sort of way to connect these parts. So these posts here are built into the original skirt for the Hero Droid BB-8, and they're just screw holes. They're where the lower skirt here attached to the original dome. Not this dome, but the original. I'm going to repurpose them as my attachment points for the new dome. However, things are a little more complicated than that. All right, so I have these holes here, these holes here. Now, if you look at these, this one is radius 1.6, 3.2 millimeters. This one is radius 1.95. And the reason for that is that I plan to put a heat set insert into this hole here. There's 4 of them around the circumference. And then this bracket screws through these little mounting tabs, mounting pin things. My brain is turning to mush already. That's a good sign. So anyway, the screws go through these posts. I really wish that this would stop this. Like selection priority. How about not? How about edge? Sure, there. That'll stop that for a little bit. So I need a bracket that connects from there to there, and then a screw will go through that, through this thing, and into the edge, into the heat set insert, and therefore hold the dome together. So if you notice, this part is separate from this part, and both of them will have to be printed in sections as well, so they've got to be split up. That comes later. The upside is that I need a way to put this dome skirt into the dome. It needs to sit down in, so thus the giant hole here. Sorry, here. It needs to sit through there, and then it needs to be attached. So there you go. And then the upper dome needs to attach to that. I've said before, these two parts need to connect, or well, they will connect, but they need to be held on with magnets so that I can remove them and access the interior without having to unscrew everything. And also, I need to be able to screw these screws in. So, go. So I need to design that part. Let me put it on my list. Nobody. Streamlabs is not showing me anybody in chat, so that's fine. Pardon me for a second. All right, I'm back. Bracket. Dome. Have a dome mount bracket. It's kind of vaguely similar to what Seth Kelly used for his nurse droid. Not the same exactly. I think he's kind of goes up a bit and does some other things, but it's kind of similar. Let's see. Now, I need to actually start doing something rather than just talk about what I'm doing, what I'm planning to do. So I'm looking at these and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it, because as you may have just noticed, the dome is not particularly thick. Not thick. Let me selection back to normal. Base priority for the moment. All right, this one and this one. It's like 2.4 millimeters. Which is about, I don't know. Anyway, 2.4 millimeters is roughly the thickness of the dome. That's not very much room for these to be inset. I'm going to have to figure out. Okay, I could project this shape onto a flat plane below it and then extrude up, intersecting the dome right here, maybe. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. All right, so that's, I'm gonna steal this this particular sketch. Ooh, didn't want that. I'm at the stage where I'm now inventing details because there aren't any on the concept art. Not that I haven't done that already. All right, project. Let's project this particular face, and this particular face onto this plane. Okay, now we can hide the bodies, and it looks like that. That's what I want. Okay, stop sketch. Where's my sketch at? Sketches, of course, are turned off. All right. Okay, I want to extrude these. This one, and this one. You know, I'm thinking that I actually already had these particular shapes on there because that's how I got them on the sphere. Whatever. It means I don't have to go back as far in the history if I want to change this guy. New bodies. Yes, that's what I want. I'm going to go 2 sides. Okay. 2 object. That object. Okay. Fine. And then this one is 2 object. Right there. Okay, that gets me pretty much what I want. I will create new bodies. All right. Okay. Now, once Fusion decides it's done fiddling around, I don't need to. I'm going to close this object. Didn't need to make any changes, so. All right. These 3 blocks. Okay. 2-step process. First step, we are going to intersect one with that one. And we're going to keep the tool because that's our actual dome. I'd love to be able to target multiple bodies, but I don't think you can. Nope. Whoa. Rotate. Nope. It just says 1 selected. There it is. Okay, so try again. Select this. Fusion, stop getting in this weird state. Tool bodies, that one. All right. While I'm at it, I'm going to turn off the panels, the upper hollow, mile, skirt, this thing, that thing, that thing, and that thing. I just need the dome. I don't need the neck right at the moment. All right, so can't tell because everything is blue. Fusion, please implement different colors for selected objects. They are different types. You can't even see that. Okay, here. This is what I'm looking at over here. I'm combining this target, this little block here, with the dome, and I'm keeping the dome as the tool. I'm keeping it because it's my dome. I'm doing an intersection. I'm gonna have to duplicate this. Let me think. I can either cut it first. Okay, so what I basically need is, you're looking at the cross section of this block here. I need this inner part, and I need the part that is missing right at the moment. I can get the part that is missing with the intersect tool, and I can get the part in the back by cutting it and then removing the one that's on the outside. But may have to do this as a more than two-step process. Okay, that's fine. And just re-extrude them again. Let's do these three right here are the 3 blocks. Let me turn off those blocks. Bonk, bonk, bonk. No, you know what? Let's do what I was doing originally. Okay, target body is you. Tool body is you. Don't combine them. Cut them. Or intersect them. Intersect them. We'll intersect it first. Okay, that's step. I say it's a 2 or 3 step process. I mean for each of these blocks. Combine, so I gotta do the same thing. Target body is not that. Full body is that. It's like Fusion gets confused as to which, you know, whether to prioritize stuff in the front or stuff in the back. Okay. And combine, target, tool. All right, so now I have the 3 parts that are in line with the dome. All right, let me turn those off. And extrude again. There's this sketch. Of course, Fusion has turned it off without me telling it to, because that's what it likes to do. Before this, come on, get out of the sketch, please. I realize I'm on version 282 of this dome. All right, go back to the box for a second. Any year now, and we'll go back to the blocks. That is not the blocks. I have turned them off, that's why they're not visible. Block, block, and block. We select those 3. Copy. Multiple selections. No kidding. You never heard. Oh, getting performance warnings because I'm streaming. Have you never heard of copying multiple objects? Copy. Oh, I've already copied. And paste. Okay. All right. That's good. I don't have to re-extrude them. Leave them there. Okay, now I will now do this, giving me the intersected parts. Turn those off, turn these back on, and do the cuts. Combine. Target body. The one in front. Ugh. Alright, tool bodies. Check. Cut. Okay. Of course, this creates 2 bodies, and invariably, the one I want to delete is the one that actually already existed. So for example, 427 existed already, so if I'd named that earlier in this process, that would be the one that I need to delete. So I'm going to turn that one off. Of course, Fusion has also recolored this panel, so it makes it look like there's a hole there. Combine. Target body. Select the right part. Thank you. There we go. Right. Turn off one. That's this one. You can see back here, those parts are still available. All right, and finally, Finally, I say combine the target body. This one, tool body, this one, cut, okay, and 428. All right. So these three and these three now need to be combined. I'm going to turn off the dome. Combine target body 424, tool body 430. Join. Right. Interesting. Oh, I said keep it. I didn't keep it in this case. Bunk. There we go. Continuing with that. Target body. Why are you selecting an invisible dome? This. Select. Use all these. Selection filters. Selection tool. Selection priority. Select through. No. Okay, there we go. That might be why I'm having issues. Target body. No, it's apparently not why I'm having issues. It's just fusion. Okay. Tool body. Okay. Could just select these, I guess. Oh, how are you doing, chat? And yep, the tool again. Ugh. Get out of there. Get out of there, nobody loves you. Target body, no. That one, and that one. Okay. Okay, so these three, on the other hand, can be deleted. Remove. Don't need you anymore. Okay. So now I have a basic shape that I want this these bits of the dome to look like. Turn the dome back on. There we go. So it looks like that. Actually, what I really want is to inset, to extrude these inwards. So, can I extrude you? Why can't I extrude you? You should be flat. From object. Why? Why? No. From object, this one. Offset. Profile. I don't get it. This was extruded vertically. It is the one of the few faces on here. Oh, it was curved. That's why. Derp. Okay, well, I can fix that really easily. I can turn off the body. Thanks. That's why. Just fusion and be a bit obnoxious sometimes. All right, stop sketch. No. Hopefully it doesn't lock up. Okay. Do the extrusions off the body thing. I know it's not visible. I just turned it off. Okay, select that one. That one. And that one. Go away. Now let's see what you think of that. All right, we should have ended up with flat planes. Good. Hopefully, good. Find out when I try to decide to extrude them. Okay. I'm not saying join, just saying off. Join to that. Okay. Screwed. I don't think it really needs to be 8 millimeters. And what was this one? This was D1548. I'll set this to D1548. Select this D1548. Okay. Now, if I turn the dome back on, that is nowhere near what I need, or all that I need. It just really needs to be inside the dome. I don't have that weird sloped edge. Turn the dome off again. I turned all this stuff off already. Come on. Off, 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 off. Okay. D1548 needs to be not that much. Maybe 3. Okay. 3. See how that looks. That's pretty good. Pretty close to what I want. Why these are not joined together, I don't know. They are, but whatever. All right, so that would be a good back plate. I shell that. Let's try that. Shell. I don't want inside thickness, I want outside thickness, and make it 2 millimeters. A lot. Um, 2 millimeters outside thickness. That would probably be good. However, I'm not going to do it quite like that. I need to copy these 3 first. Paste them. Moving them. Thanks. I need to no. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the 3 core, the cutters for the dome itself. Fill these 3. Fill this body, and this body. Outside thickness 2 millimeters. What? Oh, I can't do all 3 at the same time. That would be silly. Or and I just need to select the bodies. There we go. Yeah. Why is that? Oh, because of the surface. Yeah. That makes sense. So before I do that, I need to subtract those 3. Combine. Here we go again. target body, you, tool body, keep, cut, you. Okay. Wait a minute. Target body is what? Those. Target body is this one. Make sure that that's correct. Okay. Target body. Yeah, the target body. Okay, this target body. Yes, okay, good. Tool body. This, yes. Fantastic. Because before I can shell it, I need to actually make it thinner. Do combine, target body, tool body. Check. There's no reason why I couldn't have built one of these things and then cloned it, you know, in a circular pattern. I just didn't do it that way. It probably would have been easier. I didn't think about it being quite so involved to create one when I started it. Okay. What now? I need to shell them. That's what now. Shell. Alright, body 1, 2, and 3. Outside diameter 2 millimeters. Okay. We'll go with 2 millimeters for the moment. I'm gonna have to sort out how I'm gonna print this because, yeah, this is gonna be printed in this orientation. So that overhang won't print without supports. Also, this is kind of in the way of my screw. I just noticed. I mean, it's not really. It's just in the way of the screwdriver. A little bit. I'm going to have to rearrange these 3 panels. I mean, I could change their angle. All right, where did I create these panels? I move them slightly that way. I don't even know what this is. Sketch. What are you? You? No. You? No. You? No. You? Nope. Nope. Ah. This is where I created that. It's not really that much further back. So here's a wacky idea. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to bother with that, but I'm going to use this angle. The angle here is 25 degrees. I need the angle to be something else. Analysis off, please. Okay, so I need this one to not line up with this thing. Come on. Please select the dimension. Hello? Why do you no select? Filters. Select all, please. There we go. 20, 15. Okay. Stop sketch. Let's see if we break fusion in the process. That happens sometimes. I've complained about it before. Meanwhile, more drink. All right, well, that didn't take very long. Okay. Okay. That was easier than I thought. Maybe. Famous last words. I have shelled all 3 of those. I don't need this sketch on anymore. Let me rename this. Rename neck details. Good enough. At some point I could migrate those particular details to the other sketch, but whatever. All right. Now, the next step is turn this back on because I can't see. This one might work better. All right. So I have the outer shell bit and the inner shell bit. The inner shell bit goes through the dome, and the outer one doesn't. I need to clip off the insides of those, but they're going to be merged with the dome anyway, so whatever. It don't matter, I don't think. Combine. Target body. Dome. I'm just going to combine these. It might make more sense. Join these outer dome bits to the inner dome. Any point in keeping them? Okay. And then combine target body, inner dome, full body, 3, cut. Something like this. Yep. That looks fine, but you know what? Before I do that, okay, let me turn off the dome and turn on these 3 things. All right, at this stage, I want to push each of these in about 2 millimeters. Does that seem right? Does that seem sensible? I'll think about it. Actually, I turn the dome back on and add this one. No, not add that one yet. The dome off. Why? One. I know these all mimic that, but shouldn't be changing the original offset. Should I? How does that affect the dome bits here? Look at the dome. Okay, well. I'm going to construct a midplane right here and here. Yeah. And then I'm going to set up a section analysis using that construction plane. Boink. My projects all start off with everything getting nicely labeled, and then by the time I'm 282 versions in, just a wreck. All right, so this is what the cross section looks like. Let me select that and look at, there we go. All right, so that's the cross section of the dome currently. And this object will cut through that bit. That looks reasonable, I think. Actually, no. No. You know what I think I don't want to do. All right, let's go back. Back. All right. Let me think about it. What I actually want is a round edge on the inside here, which this would be. So this is an overly complicated way to get essentially an inset. Okay. Where's my bits here? This bit, that bit. I made duplicates. Check. Okay, so what do I actually need to accomplish here? All right, all this nonsense seems wrong. Back one. Figure out what this bit is. This bit is. Seems like I'm going about this the wrong way. Okay. From here on, I think was incorrect. And created three bits. Intersects, cuts those 2 bits. Yeah, I think from here on is just going about this the wrong way. What I'm going to do is, except for, well, no, I'm going to delete the construction plane as well because that's just not useful. Not even sure I need to duplicate those. So we're just going to kill everything after the history marker. Yay, goodbye. All right, everything after history marker is just gone. Get out of here. All right, I've extruded 3 blocks. 1, 2, and 3. Now those 3 blocks pass all the way through. I need to combine them with the dome. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. All right, and I think the best idea would be, yeah, I gotta go back to my sketch. We're gonna delete this one as well. Get out of here. All right, so we're basically where we are when we started. Go back, except for the sketch, which I changed to add these things, but I'm just gonna delete those from the sketch. Delete. All right, stop sketch. I do promise, by the way, I do use parameters. Like I said, by the time it gets to 282 versions, it's a little messy. I'm just trying to do things on the fly. All right, those 3 panels are in this group right here. Yes? No, maybe? Or is it the other one? Yeah, there they are. Okay. So those are my 3 panels. And turn off the bodies. All right, what I need here is to flatten these. Yes. Okay, and okay. Stop sketch. All right. Now, the split face that creates those 3 panels is this one, and the 2 after it. Come on. There we go. Splitting tool. No. Cancel. Close. Select the splitting tool. This one, not extend it, thanks. Okay, we'll just leave it the way it was. Fusion apparently knows what the heck it's doing, so I sure don't. Let's extrude those 3. Let me find that sketch again. This construction planes, not sketches. This was this? No. Which sketch is this? Rear panels. All right, the sketch. Let's extrude that, that, and that. Two sides. First side, to object, that. Either of these objects, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Second one, to object. This one. Okay. It's okay, I'm going to extrude these out. So, object to cut, just this one. Yes. Yes. Actually, I didn't want to do that at all. Stop. Stop doing that. I want to make new bodies. Okay. Right now, I want to Press pull this face 2 millimeters. Okay. This face. Good. Here's this face. Oops. Not a button. 2 millimeters. Okay. Cool. Alright, so I don't have to worry about the curvature. Now, I kind of need to do the opposite of what I did. Sort of. What I really need is to cut. I need to intersect these with the dome. Get the inner parts. All right. Get the inner parts and Brown and Streamlabs for a second. I don't know. Ooh. About 83 degrees in here. Probably is not helping. Okay. And I know kind of how I want this to look. I'm just trying to figure out a better order of operations here. I think I'm going to take a short break in a bit. About 5 minutes from now. All right. What do I want to do here? I mean, if I just take the bit, intersect it, I'm not even sure I needed to do the press pull thing. All right, we're gonna test something. Here's the extrusion. I'll delete all those. Change this one. Not you. Not you. Okay. Firstly, I'm just going to do this on one part. Doing it on 3 is crazy. I'll just replicate it at the end. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that because I mentioned it earlier. All right. Now, what I intend to do here is intersect these. So, target body is you, full body is you. Intersect. Do I need to keep the tool? I don't think I do. All right. Yes, I do. Tool is the dome. Keep the tool, thanks. All right. Turn off the dome. Take these two, turn off this thing too, and also these two. All right. I need to move the face. I should have done that first. Come on, stop. Get out of this tool. Anytime now, Fusion. Anytime now. There we go. All right, before I do that bit, I want to do the whole extrude the face thing. The dome again. All right, I want to press pull this face 2 millimeters. Okay. I need to, because I need to intersect the whole dome, not just that bit. Now combine them. And not keep that. Okay. All right, so those are like that. That's fine. Dome interior. Oh yeah. Okay, back up. Duplicate this bit. Here is a copy and paste. Paste. Where's paste? Paste. Okay, I'm not moving it. Maybe I should have moved it. No. Okay. All right. Now we basically are doing the same thing as before, except target body is the new one. Tool body on the dome. The dome, keep tools, not an intersection, and be cut. Okay, but first, or do that off the dome, move the object body. Oh, body. You. Let's see. Pivot point. What? Why? Why can't you select? Oi, come back here. Is that still on? I'm gonna turn those off. Aren't even remotely situated. Get out of here. Come on. Look at this part. Look at this part. This part is amazing. Not that part. Why is that part even turned on? Move this part. Okay. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. That's what I want. Maybe that's what I want. Maybe not. All right. Time to go for a break. We'll be back, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Get back over to Fusion. All right. Okay, let's look here. See what we can see. Okay, so I have those parts and this part. This part is the inner curve. Yes? No. Yes. No. Maybe. Perhaps. Oh, yeah. Do, 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 do. Ponder, ponder, ponder. Not sure why I'm not thinking this clearly. Not like I haven't done this. I think I turned these off. I think it's because I came back into the history again. They turned themselves back on again. Just not good. Not what I want. And before I move that back, blah blah blah. Copy and paste. Not move it. Okay, that one. We got 3 now. Okay, so we got the intersected one. That one. That one. Interesting. And my brain is not working today. Not sure it was the best idea to stream when it's 83 degrees in here. You might guess the AC doesn't work very well. All right. Let's decide what I actually want. First thing I actually want is to turn that into a group. I can make it get out of my way. All right, next thing I want to actually do that. So I can see my parts. I have an inner part. I have a block. I have an intersected bit. And I have an, oh, sorry, not an intersected bit. An outer bit, outer bit. This is all wrong too. Why? All right. I promise this isn't normally how I build things. Okay, well, because my brain is not working at all, I think I'm going to call the stream here for a bit, just till I get past whatever the heck is going on. Might be back later. So, over here. All right. If you want to follow this exciting stream in the future, just follow either this channel or the Twitter feed. You can see is in the top left corner. All right. Bye.